I have no why I use that as my thumbnail. What else am I going to do? So we got to put a package up 372 for Patrick. Got a lot of cleanup to do. Um, Plenty of parts showing up this week, etc., ad nauseum. Right. So let's do a little bit of cleanup. Then we got to get a 372 for packing. Get that packed. And just so everybody knows, I do have a bunch of stuff for sale. So I did want to go over that. Let me bring you up here so I can see comments. I don't know what everybody's doing on this Sunday afternoon. But yeah, hope everybody's having a good day. Three people here. Who's here? James is here. Good. Right, a little bit of cleanup to do. Let's get this kind of better. Hey, Ken made it. Great. Living the dream here, gentlemen. That's for sure. Okay. Lots of stuff to put away. I know I want to pull that out. But basically, the first order of business is going to be to get this 372 packed up for Patrick. Yeah, the milling's done. Came out real nice. How shiny that is. So this is like perfectly flat, just beautiful. Just beautiful. Will allow me to use a gasket and um, and maintain a nice tight squish. Looks like I need the 372 and I need a new garbage here. Let me go upstairs and get the 372 and a new garbage. That's what I'm going to do. And then what we can do, I think, I'm not doing any more 372 stuff for a bit, so I can hopefully put my 372 parts away. That would be good. 372. Alright, let's do some final bolt checks on this, and then we can pack this up. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to take the handles off of this for shipping, because I'm not confident that this will get shipped well with the handles. Hey, Chris. Yeah, I know. That's fantastic. So Patrick, the 3 longer bolts go on the side here. And the 2 shorter ones underneath. Here's your handle. I'm going to put that down for the moment. Actually, let's do this. I'll just put them here anyway. Okay. So this goes here. Gonna have to put these in a little baggie or something. Question: you get a billion of the saws you got in the mail the other day. I think the 2/6/8 are probably going to James and family. They have expressed interest. The 42 will probably get sold for parts, and this is the 372 that I got in the mail. So that covers all 4 of them. So, Patrick, one thing that would be good to do is to get a new top cover would actually be really nice. It'd be a nice touch for this saw, and it would stick better. New clips and everything, you know. So I take the top cover off. Now I just want to do my bolt checks, you know. That's all I need to do. And very specifically, head bolts. Just gentle. I don't hit them hard. Anything you can grab, see, whatever, check. Intake. Again, I don't hit them hard. These carburetor bolts, pretty tight, that's fine. Exhaust. Got some tools that I was working on. Yeah, I know, you can bow the metal clips. These are going to be kind of hard to get to. It's a weird... Oh, okay. So, they're a little bit loosey-goosey in here, so they're going to be a little bit hard to bow. I'll try it. We'll try it. Because you mentioned it, fine. Let's try it. Get a set of channel locks just on the right. Just on the right setting here. Let's see if that helps. The issue is they're just not gripping properly, you know what I mean? Hopefully that'll help. I'm not really worried about it. The blade and the... No! It's okay. I don't have a log skidder. If you do, and you're the one that's got to be careful, you know, using that thing. Alright, now I need to find my 5mm, which goes here, which is somewhere. Okay, fine. Cheap. I'll use this one. So, again, doing bolt checks. Head bolts are probably at the top of the list. Exhaust bolts. That's pretty tight. That head is not in great shape, but it's not moving, so just leave it. Okay. So there we have that. I think that's good. I'm going to put this down gentle. I'm not going to tighten this down too tight. This saw is tired looking, to be honest, but that's okay. It's going to work fine, I think. It's got pretty fresh internals, so that's always nice. Take the gasoline out. Harry Voss! Haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome. You made it to a live stream. That's great. And good morning, Leonard. Leonard, I hear that you got a shout out from Buck and Billy Ray. Personally, I think, Leonard, you're more famous than I am. You are the man. Okay. No, you obviously you are. Because you get the shout outs. I'm small potatoes, just a guy that works on a few saws. Okay. Kleenex is in there. Let's get to the oil. I always seem to forget where I put the cap. Here's the cap. Do you clean every part? No, I don't, but I clean quite a few. I certainly use the ultrasonic where I can. Oil compartment is stuffed with tissues as well. So this is going out to Patrick in California. See if the slight bends that was put in here helped. It holds it. So, whatever. Let's see if she fits in a box. This fits. Hopefully it fits in here. Oh yeah. Okay. Probably fits better other way because of the dog. Yes. Beauty. Okay. There. This is pretty nice. Stuffed tools. Tools and that. parts go in there as well. Oh. Alright, now we do the bubble wrap thing. Pack it on in. Oh, you know what I forgot? Silly me. Very important to do this with chainsaws. You have to wrap it in a couple of garbage bags. It's got to be wrapped in plastic. What kind of ultrasonic? What we can do another blue top. Blue top 288 build. Hang on to that. I'm waiting on the cylinder head, Chris. I should be able to slap that thing together as soon as I get the head. What size of ultrasonic do you recommend? Mine, I think, is 9 liter. Is that right? I don't remember. It's like a few $100 on eBay. It wasn't anything super special. So, the plastic bags really help. Because you really don't want any fumes. You really don't want anybody tipped off to the fact that you're chipping a chainsaw. You know? Okay, now we can do the bubble wrap thing and wrap it. Start slapping packing material in here. Make sure it's as stable as possible. Bubble wrap. Whatever other packing material I got. Go right paper. Packed up and ready to go. That's it, Patrick. Okay. Packed. Nice. One more thing that's done. Hey, Larry. See, I was just thinking I should, bring this thing out. Should pet it a little bit, caress it, be gentle with it, Should take a nice magic marker and write Larry right on here. What do you think? Doesn't that sound nice? It feels positive. It sounds good. Feels good to the hand right here. Nice new air filter inside there. A lot of new goodies. Help myself, just feels just right. Dual round port muffler. Speaking of mufflers, okay, Larry, that's all you get for the day. Speaking of mufflers, and 394s, we have an important topic to come up on 394s, but how about a dual port 288? Holy smokes, those welds are bad. But doesn't show light through, so it'll be fine. Gotta be round. It's gonna be fine, Chris. It's gonna be fine. And we're gonna put the blue top on this one. We'll get to it. We will. We don't need that. Okay, so important topic. Next, I'm going to bring this one up. And I'm going to be as gentle as I possibly can. So, the 394 that I built for Jim, he ended up not wanting. So there's two things that happened with that. Was I did want the saws that he had, but I wanted to trade him for those. And anyway, he the long and the short of it, he didn't end up wanting the 394. So I'm kind of stuck with it. The 394 that I just built for Jim, and you guys can obviously go back and watch all the videos. So that is also for sale. I will take $600 plus shipping for that particular saw, and I can configure it with a half wrap or a full wrap for anybody that wants it, or just let me know whether you want a 7 or 8 pin rim. It doesn't much matter to me with the wraps, but 600 bucks plus shipping for that. Obviously, Larry knows his is 700 plus shipping, and the sister saw it to Larry's is also 700 plus shipping. So I have three 394s for sale right now. Obviously, the 288 is up for sale, which is 800 plus shipping. Just because I'm so much into that silly thing. I'm definitely losing money on that one. I don't know if David Shively showed up, but just to remind him, I've got still have the as is saw, hopefully with his name on it. So that's a lot of stuff, guys, that I've got for sale, and the long and the short of it is I've got to start moving this stuff, you know? You know what I mean? You guys hear me? I'm getting awful clogged around here. And I also have this 262. I know Dave's not here. Well, that's right. We'll get him. Hopefully we'll watch this later. I also happen to have this 262 XP that will be for sale as well. I know, Larry. I'm just encouraging you to hurry up, that's all. So, yeah, I've got to get this stuff moved. And I'm getting a little frustrated because this is literally like $4,000 worth of chainsaws that I have sitting. And that's not the best because it's bad because I get clogged and then I can't get stuff done eventually. Which means that I don't get to hang out with you guys as much. See the problem? Everybody sees the problem? Like I said, I'm trying to be as gentle as I can. But that's the reality, is that if I have to slow down, it means that I can't hang out with you guys as much. Even Leonard knows I'm not bucking Billy Ray. I'm not getting 20 bucks a shot on Super Chats. You know? So let's see if we can chase some of these threads just to make sure they're good, but I'm pretty sure they're all right. Because I think somebody brought this up today. I forget who it was. Just chasing threads. Matt Nelson. So it's time to ship tools. Somebody buy those saws, so he has. Matt Nelson, did I forget something? Did I miss you somewhere? Am I missing something? It's like a nightmare of mine that somebody pays for tools. Aha! It's a pretty pointy tap. I'm not worried. And I can feel it. Just sent the order in 5 minutes ago. Hang on a second. Hang on. Matt Nelson. Oh, shoot. I do have an order. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an order. Matt, you don't understand. It's a nightmare of mine. That it's like, holy crap, I missed something like a month ago or whatever. That would just be really bad. I don't like that sort of stuff. See, this one I think is through hole, but or at least it can be. Basic kit plus the 661. Got it. Okay. See, this one comes right through. On the side there, no problem. This one, on the other hand, is not doing that. So, Matt, what we're going to do is I'm going to box your tools up here live. Let me just get these threads chased out to where I want them, and we will definitely do your packaging live, so that yeah. So you're actually. See, I gotta put the two together. You're actually Spladle 160. Sometimes it's hard to put the names together and the avatars and all other stuff. Okay, so this is not quite going the way that I would like. It's because this is actually. That's a through hole, and this can be. So Matt, I'm gonna get to you in just a minute here. Hang on. I know something I probably shouldn't do, right? But I got to do this before I pull all that out. Because I don't want stuff down in the crankcase. So I've got plumber's putty here, and that helps me make sure that there's no debris down in the case there. So let's get a flat bottom tap. Because when you deck the case, you have to make sure that your bolts are going to fit, essentially. Flat bottom tap. This one's a wee more ballsy, you're right. Oh yeah. Nice. Okay. Let's put this aside for the moment and get Matt's tools package it up. That'd be cool, huh? Let's do that. Let me go back to YouTube here. Sorry, I got off track. No, actually, Matt, it's certainly one of the perks of buying French fries with the order. Can feel it. As soon as I realized cross edit, I should have shut up before. No, you didn't. You're not jinxing me. Don't worry about it. Certainly, one of the perks of getting tools is that you can actually watch me box them up for you. Let's do it. So you want main kit and 661. 266. No problem. See if I can get this a little bit of a clean surface. And where's my fish paper? There. I think that's 661. I actually haven't boxed tools in a while. It's been a bit since I've had an order. What I like to do, and Matt, I would highly recommend deburring these. I'm going to do some, but check them before you actually use them. And ideally, you'd gladly pay you Tuesday for a toolkit today. Yeah, good. Pop quiz, who was that? Anybody? First person. Who said that? I would gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Wimpy. Yes. And who's surprised that I knew that? Actually, see, I'm kind of the generation that would know that. I doubt many of the kids would know that today. Yeah, I think most of my audience is certainly old enough to actually know that quote. Okay, so if you're doing an 064 and a 660, the flywheel side rod is M10, M8, and M10. So this is flywheel side rod. On a 660, you're going to want to use the large sleeve with the small rod. There is slop. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the slop. It's okay. Electrical tape on here will take up the slop. So on those saws, you need the large sleeve on the flywheel side rod. That's important, okay? So if you use the small sleeve on the flywheel side rod, you're going to actually mushroom the small sleeve, so don't do that. It's been done many a times. Try to take some burrs off of these, make sure they're, not super uncomfortable. Just milled these smaller sleeves yesterday. Hey, Craig. We're just packing up a set of tools for Matt Nelson. There's the small sleeve. You can mess with these. There's nothing wrong with modifying these tools as you need them. It was a Schmedium. No, okay. So 064 It has to do with the bearing. So an 064, if it uses a 6203 bearing on the flywheel side, you have got to use the large sleeve. That's very important. The 6203 bearings. Let me see if I have a crank. I have a crank around here. Yeah. Okay. So we have a crank. So this is actually a 394 crank, but it doesn't matter. 6203 bearing goes on this crank. You'll notice the small sleeve doesn't fit. So if you try to put the small sleeve on a larger crank, you're going to mushroom the sleeve. So you have got to use a larger sleeve. Do a dry run before. Make sure your rods and everything fit first before you actually attempt to put the crankcase together. So on the crank, make sure these fit exactly where you want them. These are not perfectly cleaned out, but they should work just fine. Okay. Let's get some nuts and washers and nuts. Okay. 2 handles, small and large. Looks complicated. It's not. You do one dry run, you'll get it. Anything, you can always watch my crankcase assembly tools. It's, if you're watching 394, it's basically the same for a 660. It's not a whole lot different. On the 660s, you got to take that PTO bearing and pull it against the oiler first. Put the other bearing in the flywheel side, make sure those bearings are positioned properly. Then you grab this toolkit to get the crankcase together. And it'll go together like butter, and you're going to be absolutely astounded at how different it is putting a crankcase together with these tools compared to anything else. So these should literally drop through. If there's a burr on them or something, then they won't drop through, but they should literally just drop right through. See? And you can use a little grease if you want, up to you. Do I have any 3120s? No. I've run one, I think, once. I don't actually have a desire to have one. I think it's a fine saw, but I don't really have a desire to actually have one. Why the PTO side first? Well, the PTO side, if you're putting you have to get the bearings in the crankcase properly positioned before you grab the tools. You can do the flywheel side bearing, put that in first, and then put the PTO side, whatever. When you're actually assembling the crankcase, I generally like to put the crank in the PTO side first, but that's kind of just me. gonna put. Take care, Leonard. You're a celebrity around here. So I'm gonna put the 661 here already in, just so you can identify it. And then the flywheel side goes right there. And then the rest of these are M10, M12, and M14, and they're really easy to see what's what. Go. Got this. Now I need a. I think it's that one. Okay. Go. There we go. Nice clean priority bag. And one last touch. Running low on stickers. Here's stickers. You get a Matty O sticker. That's that. Matt Nelson, you are ready to rock right here. Two things to ship out. Now, the benefit to those packages is that I can literally just stick that right in the mailbox and it just goes, because I can print out postage like imminently. Make sure that I have your address, Matt. I didn't see it, but maybe I missed it. Make sure I have your address. You can email me with that or whatever, and I'll get that shipped out probably tomorrow. So how often do you get to see any product that you buy packaged? Never, right? Here it is. That's what that was. Alright, back to this 262. Matt Nelson, thank you very much. Big shout out. And if you have any questions or any issues, ask Craig Timmons. Sorry, I couldn't help myself, Craig. I couldn't. It's a Sunday afternoon. We gotta have a good time around here. My Kleenex is out of here, which I Yeah, Craig. Craig, it's there are very few like really nicely made tools. You know, I love tools that work really well and well within their comfort zone. Like if something has to be made to within 2/10,000ths of an inch, I don't know. It's just too tight. You know what I mean? Um, we always seem to be running everything on the bleeding edge, like these chainsaws. I mean, these chainsaws were always running kind of on the bleeding edge of their capacity. And Matt, you can certainly do an unpackaging video if you like. I can't imagine it's going to be. I don't know. It's up to you. I mean, you're welcome to do it. You know what would be really good is if you do an assembly video. And the other thing that you can do is, which would be super helpful, is write a review on either Arborist site or. Yeah, I really like these tools, not just because I made them, but because they just seem to be on that edge of niceness. You just use them nice and gentle, and they do exactly what they're supposed to do. And I mean, I actually first machine these by hand, like here in the vise, and even if things are off by a little bit, they still work great. I know. We all know that James is talking about vice grips. So anyway, moving right along. Did you miss anything? Not really. These that I have over at Dad's. The question is in this box of goodies anywhere the O-ring that I need? Yeah. Yes. Yes. I'm getting another one from E-Replacement Parts tomorrow, but brand new O-ring. Not much missed here, James. I think you're doing fine. So for this, I'm actually going to use grease. So the O-ring seals here to this holder. There's no O-ring seal to a pump like a 288. The other side is just a regular old seal. The O-ring seals here to this holder. Focus. Hang on. Better. The other side is just a regular old seal. Focus. Hang on. Better. Yeah, this I'm just gonna grease up. And I'm going to grease this too. Gonna pop today? I don't know. I do not know. I kind of doubt it right now, but this thing, a little bit of blue Loctite on the bolts here. I'm not planning on porting this at this point. Not planning on porting it. Mostly because the jug looks so nice. It might be limited quality. Okay, let's make sure this is nice and tight. My grease back over there. Well, this is going to definitely have good pop. I mean, we're going to optimize the squish here. This is going to have good compression. So stock it will not be, but the head is just so doggone nice. It's an aftermarket head, but it looks so pretty that I'm just not wanting to grind on it, you know? I do have a muffler here. Okay, so pin bearing. It's all good, James. You're fine. No worries. So yeah, so this head is just, I don't know. The bevels are really nice. It's pretty smooth. I don't want to grind on it, you know? I mean, it's so nice, I just don't want to grind on it. Here's the gasket. We'll do a trial squish and see where it ends up. Yeah, it's a brand new head, but it's aftermarket. And normally the aftermarket heads for just about anything aren't nearly this nice. I think about $400 is going to be the right price here. But who knows? Who knows? Nope, this does have a gasket. I milled the crank, and yes, you're behind. Nope, this does have a gasket. I milled the crank. Yes, you're behind. We're back? Okay. Let's see. Right on 20. Hard to beat that. Alright, so in that respect, we're basically ready to put the head on. But it would be really nice to work on the carburetor first. So you can. It's nice to have the carburetor and everything like already attached to the head and put the head on and then seat the whole thing down. It just makes the rest of this easier. So let's work on that. 20 thousandths. Yep. Right on the money. Now I gotta find the carb. Put it in two. Box there. Carb bolts, which by the way are not easy to find. Gaskets. 12 in premium fuel. Well, I don't think we're going for tolerances that are quite that tight. No idea what kind of shape this carburetor's in. Pretty clean, actually. Do I have female followers? I don't know. Probably not. Not many. The diaphragm's not all stretched out. I may just put this back together. Assuming this flows fuel. Yep. Yep. It's all pretty doggone clean, so this isn't all dried out either. The diaphragm seems to be alright. Do you need extra fancy Husqvarna screws bolts? Well, for the intake, yeah. They are unique bolts. Maybe, Harry. I mean, if you're referring to the channel's ability to attract women, I would say that in general, that is an area where I struggle. So, you were possibly working on small laws and therefore attracting women. I don't know. Don't know if that would help. So there's another thing that would be good to do. It's called get the tank on. Screws, bolts, and coffee can from Taz. I always love screws and bolts. I have a repository of them, but I always like that sort of stuff. That AV mount is not shot. It's nice. These are not shot. Also nice. Manual will be okay. The gas tank is overall reshaped. I trust the fuel line though. I don't have I ran fuel filters. Apparently bucket knives, so lose into that. Pull the line and filter out. The last three got destroyed. Got destroyed what way? No, Buck and Billy Ray. Usually just throw a new filter on anymore. So for now, I'm going to. Not worry about it. And I've also somehow line except for the R5 stuff. Nothing wrong with that. Grease on the line. go up in there and grab with your hands and pull through. Well, brake cleaner, I'm trying to degrease the surface. So this is brake. I don't use carburetor because I actually had the needles carburetors swell. I use that, and the carburetor doesn't. So brake cleaner only, and it doesn't have an effect on the carburetor. That should work. Oh, I forgot. This has stupid directional thing. Well, let's. Yeah, okay, that's fine. There's a cat in there that's got to go up and over, but. Maybe. We're definitely moving good here. Now we mount the carburetor mount. This guy right here. And we should have this thing like that. It's a regular old 44 carburetor, nothing super special. Fresh gas. And take this off of here. The surface leaves it to be this, so let's see if I can Scotch Brite it. Here, Harry. Thanks for coming. Better. Good, like that. A little bit of blue Loctite on the head. Now this gray plastic thing, the partition is often busted on these saws. This one is not, but sorry, focus. Okay. So now we've got the whole assembly ready to rock here. And we haven't really dropped the head a whole lot, so I don't have to worry about grinding that out. I'm going to use the ring that came with the kit. Get into it. A little bit of degreaser. I'm going to 1184 this surface. Same thing with here. Almost there. Blue Loctite here. Almost out of 1184. Let that tack up for half a second.
Matt,
Yeah, I heard you.
I need to go to Whole Foods.
Okay. Katrina? Never mind. Katrina? Let that tack up. Hey, Bob made it. Alright, I was about to set this down. Can't do that yet. You guys were about to tell me that I was about to forget the circlips. Right? Good. Don't need the wings to be super long on clips. Still like my little pliers here, John Riley Design for clips. It rolls smoothly around. There's one. No, you shouldn't, Chris. Really. I'd appreciate it if you didn't. Click. There. Beauty. Arrows going that way. I'd say we're pretty good to go here. Arrows going that way. Should be it. Just need to push. Good. What are we talking about? I usually like to get these two in. The whole thing wants to sit down. There. Matt, what's going on? Let's feel it. There's my squeeze out. Hey. Mark?
Hey.
What's up?
Wondering till when would be good for you guys, dinner-wise. I was invited to play a game with some folks in Ellington, so I don't want to, say yes and come back to you guys too late to take you out.
Don't worry about us. You go do whatever you want to do. I'm here working on a saw, and Katrina's outside in the garden. So.
Well, when else would I make you happy? I don't want to keep you guys, on the line. Just I'd like to,
Mark,
something for you.
it's okay. Don't worry about it. Just go do what you need to do.
What about just giving me a time frame?
We're available all evening. Whatever you want to do.
Phone cut out. You're available what?
We're available this evening. Whatever you want to do. Katrina, Megan's still down at Mom and Dad's. I'm in the basement. I'm live on YouTube.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll text you.
Just let me know.
You come back to that. Okay. Bye.
Yep. Bye. If that ain't sealed, I don't know what would be. Okay. Oh yeah. Hang on. Well, I'll put some WD-40 in there. I usually coat the whole thing. Let's move on. That's not going to work. Try again. Good. That'll be fine. I'm going to use my last one on this. It's a 3D printed chain catcher. Who says that's not awesome? That's awesome. 3D printed 262 chain catcher. Later, Chris. Sorry I missed you. So Mac got a 272, 365, 372. Okay. Yeah, Bob has a 272 in my hands looking for a cylinder exhaust. Aren't we all? I don't know. I don't know if they still sell them. They might. They might actually still sell that. I think this is plastic here, so it uses the big. Yep, it does. No ship to you. Wait. I don't know what you're. Are you offering to send the 272, and it needs an exhaust or a top end and an exhaust? What do you want me to do with it? That's the one you went through the grass fire? Okay. Yeah, what do you want me to do with it? It's a gift. Wonderful. Okay. I like gifts. Again, it's something I can put in my repository of parts, that's for sure. Let me go clean off the oiler. Gifts and prizes. Of course. If you don't want it, I'm going to sell it. If you can get money for it, that's fine. I can always use parts though. It's up to you. I'm gonna clean this. Hang on. Just a little bit of cleaning there. I can use a pile of bolts. I gotta have like a teardown session with this 42 over here anyway. Just email me. And then there's a rubber piece here. Hang on. Oil line. Found the rubber piece. Do we have a pick? Christopher, she went out. Christopher, Mommy went out to Whole Foods. What? Email me, Bob. Ship it. Sure, whatever. Email me, Bob. Ship it. Sure, whatever. So again, for those people that are here, if anybody is at all interested in this, please let me know. Again, for those people that are here, if anybody is at all interested in this, please let me know. Okay. There. Now the question is, what bolts hold this in? 1, 2, 3. Hopefully these, but I don't think so. Nope. Nope. Should have had these ready to go. Shucks. Nikki's probably still sleeping. Who knows? Go. Good. Nice. Your rim though. All right, that still needs to be tightened. Now that 1184 is set up just a tiny bit, I'm going to coat the whole thing here with WD-40. $15mm fits on here. Holding the carburetor unit down here. Flywheel. Now, unfortunately, you know what? There's enough of this flywheel left. There's enough of the key left. I'm just going to leave it alone. It's still kind of sheared, but here's what I'm going to do, though. As a quick check, as a quick visual check, I can grind on here like I did before and mark where the key is supposed to be. So now I have an orientation that way. the orientation that way. And then I can check later if it slips for whatever reason. Oh, I guess I don't have any more of the key. Now I gotta make one. Great. I can check later if it slips for whatever reason. So same deal as the other night. Got some 12 gauge copper here that I'm just going to use. As a key. Copper's nice because it actually shears, you know. There. Actually sits right nice. No trouble at all. This Burger King now. Just a piece of 12 gauge copper. That's all you need. I will torque this in a minute. I will torque this proper in a minute. At least as a start. When the timing is slightly advanced, which is fine. That won't be a problem. Ooh, that's tight. That is really tight. Should be fine. Okay. Now what do we do? That doesn't belong there. Mega showed up. Oh Lord. Okay. Coil. Do I have it? I think I did have a coil here somewhere. Yep. Oh, good. Somebody tap that to M5, and that's M4. Great. Okay. I'm putting a steel screw in there. Too bad. Ha. Well, there is no M4 helicoil that I've seen. So a little bit too long, M5. There, that'll work. Should put steel screws in here just to make somebody aggravated. Yeah, there's an M4 here. Perfect steel. There. Ha. Okay. I need to get rid of some of this stuff. Before I forget, let's torque this. We might hear a pop. It's possible. I wasn't thinking so, but you might. Oh, actually, remember the blue wire being so doggone awkward. Thanks for stopping in. Chili Expat, thank you. Sorry for being weird there for a second. Zoning out a bit. Throttle line. Gas, the fuel line goes right under the throttle there. Everything's held nicely in place. I do have an inner dog. The dog. We're moving. It's slow, but we're moving. Hey, Georgie. Never know which way these things go. Bend this down just a little bit more. It'll grip a little bit better. Perfect. Okay, so this side is good. Got a brand new decomp sitting here. The more the parts are, yeah, I know, Ken. It's amazing how parts just get to be astronomically expensive. Just a cheap spark plug for the moment, just to prevent anything from getting in there. gotta see about a muffler. So I actually have this one, which I think is a whole lot better shape than this one. Tempted just to toss this one. Hey, Nikki made it. Great. Matt, do I use the decomps? Oh, yeah. Why can't this be smooth? You know, guys, I think I'm going to have to figure out this muffler situation another day because something's screwy with the mufflers. But that doesn't mean can't hear it pop. Or check compression. Replacement for that. I think I do have one of those somewhere in here. Too long? Let's see. Yeah, too long. Matching things up takes forever. You gotta be super careful on these bottom bolts. If you put one in that's too long, you're gonna eat a hole in the crankcase. Plenty of the others, so I might as well shorten one. Perfect. Let's do a compression check. Where did Matt send us a link to Nelson? Matt sent you a link for your inserts. Did you email me? Let's check on compression. No, not Matt Nelson. Nelson Inglesby, I think. We're at 0. Don't forget about the clutch. Get 160. Yeah, parts do tend to fly off if you don't put the clutch on pretty tight. By the way, so for those that are interested, the proper 262 XP clutch is 3-shoe, not 2-shoe. I'll show you. So this can be upgraded to the 3-shoe clutch if you want, obviously really easily. 99% of people probably aren't going to be able to tell the difference, but all right. Who wants to hear pop? Fresh new plug right here. Whatever, I'll just do that manually. Yes, BPMR 7A. Oh no. Childproof. Where's the clutch? Where's the choke? Oh, I don't have a choke lever. Here, I'm going to set the choke. That low restriction muffler is loud. Yeah, no kidding. But she's live. So I got issues with the top cover here. Is actually painted black. Somebody painted this black. So you have a stealthy looking 262. So I've got that issue. Oh yeah, there is no such thing as a aftermarket top end for these, or no aftermarket top cover. You mean this? This is an aftermarket cylinder head. It is a two-piece cover. And somebody painted the clutch cover black as well. So I gotta put this back on and see if I can make sure it works and all that stuff. It's actually not too bad a shape considering it's painted black. So I gotta figure out what's going on with the muffler. I need the front cover piece. The one that they have here is all opened up and screwed with, and it's not really my flavor. So yeah, it might. I don't know. You could go crazy with it if you want. I don't know. Just gonna put this thing together and see if somebody wants it. So, I've got other stuff to do today, so I better go do that. But I do appreciate hanging out with you guys. You know? I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. There's your choke. Yep, fun guys. Thank you so much. If I come up with something else to do, obviously I'll let you know. If Bob ends up sending me the 272, maybe I'll just do a day where we just dismantle stuff. You know, I don't know. It's one thought. Take care, Nikki. Everybody enjoy your day. Everybody be safe. And we'll do this again sometime, okay? Have a great day. Enjoy your Sunday. And we'll take care, everybody. Sorry I couldn't finish this for you guys today. We'll get it. We'll get it. Okay, take care, guys.